So if you guys can't already tell by the title, there is one thing that I do want to quickly talk to you guys about and sort of review real quick. Bones bushings, which are in these trucks, which I will take out in a second, versus stock bushings. I've been skating bones bushings for like the past, not even like half a year, probably for like the past 4 months now. And honestly, I'm just gonna go on a limb and say it, they're probably like the best bushings that I've ever skated in my entire life. Before I started skating bones bushings, I was always just skating stock bushings, which is really the bushings that already come with the trucks when you buy them. And for me, I skate Thunders, and I've been skating Thunders my whole life. I've never skated any other truck brand before, so I'm kind of used to the bushings that they come with, even though I kind of feel that every stock bushing is the same. So like, I'm just gonna assume that they're all the same. But ever since I started skating these bones bushings, I feel a lot more stable on my board. I feel like I have better control, better balance. And you know what, as a matter of fact, I'm just gonna take bushings right now, that way I can show you guys a close-up in comparison with the stock bushings. And I'm also on a very shaky table, so I hope I'm giving none of you guys a headache, and if I am, I'm sorry. Alright, so I brought you guys a little closer, that way you guys can see the bushings a lot better. But so this is the stock bushing right here, this blue one, and then you have the bones bushing on this side. Now, the stock bushing looks a little taller than the bones bushings. I don't think that's really gonna affect you at all, to be honest. At least it didn't affect me at all when I started riding them. But basically what makes these two very different is that, one, these last a lot longer than these ones. I actually ended up breaking this bushing. That's why I actually had to buy a new pair, and everyone always talked about bones bushings and how great they were, so I decided to give it a try for myself. And everything that everyone has said about how they're amazing is all true. I honestly feel like I skate better and feel better every time I skate these bushings, and honestly they don't even feel like they're, they still feel very prime and like super strong. I don't see any signs of like breakage or any of that, so that's pretty cool too. But we're gonna start off talking about this guy. So this is the stock bushing, which is, like I said, it's just the bushing that it comes with when you get a pair of trucks. And stock bushings, people typically like to have, like, I know there's some people out there who like to like skate the stock bushings rather than like bones bushings, and I mean, like, that's fine. And oh my god, this table is really shaky. Personally, like, stock bushings are like good for like the first month of skating, and then after like a month of skating, I can already feel them kind of like sort of like worn out, if that's the right word. And like, this bushing that I have, it literally broke after like 2 months of like, I bought a new pair of trucks, and these bushings broke within 2 months of just using them. And there was like a period where like I couldn't land any of my tricks at all. Like, everything just felt so unstable, and like everything was unbalanced. I couldn't pop correctly, and like I literally thought for a long time that it was just me. And then I was watching this podcast called The Nine Club, and Ashad Ware, who was their guest, talked about how he also went through a period of time where like he couldn't pop his tricks, he couldn't land anything, and then he looked down at his truck, and it turns out that his bushings were broken. And so I decided, you know what, let me take a look at my trucks and see how my bushings are doing, because I did kind of go hard on these bushings a little bit. Like, sometimes I would land with too much weight, and then I would kind of like curve my trucks, and then that kind of puts a lot of stress on the stock bushings. And when I looked down on the trucks, I saw that the bushing was broken, and it was my back truck too, because I couldn't pop any regular tricks comfortably at all, and my balance was already unstable, and I just couldn't figure out why until I looked down at my trucks, and it turns out I broke it. It's actually like, it doesn't look bad, but like you could actually like see that it's straight up broken. Like, I don't even know if I could, like, even if it's not like completely broken in half, this will like straight up mess with you. And it honestly messed with me. It like threw my balance off and everything. And like the bottom, it's cracking, it's old, it's broken, and it didn't last long at all. Even my other bushings, they already look super beaten up. Even though the other bushings that I have were not necessarily broken, it still does not feel the same compared to the bones bushings that I've been skating for the past 4 months. So really what makes this bushing so special and so different is, one, the material that they're using. I don't know what it is exactly, but it definitely does feel a lot stronger than this one. These kind of feel a little more softer, and like, I don't know, they just feel a lot more softer and not so sturdy compared to these ones. These are very, very sturdy. They feel stronger, but at the same time, it's not like I have tight trucks. I can still turn very comfortably with these, because like, even though like Bones, they sell 3 different type of bushings, I believe. The ones that I'm skating right now are their medium soft bushings, because I like to have my trucks in between somewhat tight, but also I like to have that looseness. That way I can turn a lot easier. You know, I like to have that little bit of tightness on there because I like to feel more stable and I don't like to get wheel bites. So that's that. So what kind of makes this different from any other bushing that I've ever skated is this yellow piece right here. I guess I don't know what to really consider this. It's kind of like this yellow shell piece. I don't know if shell is the right word, but basically what this does is that it basically keeps everything centered. So like, usually when you skate a stock bushing, when you're turning mostly in like a certain direction, your bushings will mold to that certain way. And so like, if you try to turn the other way, or if you have your board switched around, your trucks are kind of not even centered anymore. It's kind of like slightly crooked now because the bushings are molded a certain way. I'm gonna show you guys what I mean exactly by that. So for me, I am regular footed, so that means my left foot is in the front, right? So this is the foot that I have in the front, and I'm pushing with my right foot. So my toes are pointing this way to the right, and I'm rolling in this direction to the left. So that means that I'm regular footed. And for me, I turn backside a lot. So backside means I'm going this way. I lean this way a lot. So when you lean a certain way a lot with stock bushings, they will mold to this direction. So your trucks won't really be like they won't really be like centered anymore. It will kind of be crooked to this side a little bit. So if you switch your board backwards, like how I just did, your board is going to be leaning this way now, because if we lean it this way and we turn it back around, it leans this way more. So if you have your board backwards, it kind of throws your balance off a little bit, because it's molded in this direction, going this way. So that's just kind of what I meant when I said that your trucks mold a certain direction. This yellow piece basically prevents it from doing that, and it keeps everything centered, and it prevents the bushing from molding a certain way. Instead, it just keeps everything, you know, aligned and centered. It honestly helps with like your balance and like your stability, board control, all of that. And honestly, I don't think I've ever speed wobbled on one of these yet. But if there's any times I ever had speed wobbles, it was always on stock bushings. So that's that. But basically that's really the main difference between the stock bushing and a Bones bushing, is that they don't mold a certain way, unlike the stock bushings. When you buy these bushings, obviously you get two sets of these. It comes with 2 washers, and I'll show you guys how to put them on. Okay, so I'm just gonna do the best that I can to put this on, and the wind is blowing. This is bad. I'm gonna do the best that I can to put this on for you guys, that way you guys can see it. So yeah, so basically, in order to put these on, obviously, wow, I can't talk. So what you're going to do is you're gonna take, so the bottom bushing, the first bushing that's gonna go in is obviously the biggest one. Now out of these 2, you will know like for sure which one is the biggest. Obviously this one is the biggest, and you want to make sure this yellow piece is facing downwards. So yellow piece, make sure it faces downward. So oh my god, there's another bushing right here. So I'm just gonna take this and just put it right in. Sometimes for me, I don't know why, but like I kind of have to like sort of twist it all the way in there. Some people can just like press it all the way in, and if you can't, just do that. Really just do whatever works for you. And then you take your truck hanger right here, and then you want to make sure this piece, this pointing part, goes inside this hole right here, which is called the pivot cup. So you put that in, and then this hole right here goes through the this piece. I don't know what this is called, but put it in like that. So you should be at this point, and then you take your other bushing, but this time the yellow piece is going to be facing upwards. So you're going to put it in like this. So the yellow piece should be facing outward, as you can see. And then that's when you take this washer guy, right, and you just put it in your truck on top of the yellow piece top bushing right here. Now my bushing is not going all the way in. Hold on. Sometimes you do need to like really like twist it in order for it to go down, or you could just put the washer on and then grab your kingpin and screw it on there, obviously, and then you get a tool or a wrench, whatever you have, and I just kind of like to twist it all the way in. That way it pushes the bushing all the way down. As you actually tighten it, it'll just go down itself. So I'm gonna make sure that they're the way I like them. So yeah, that's basically all I have. And then you got your bushings on. But yeah, just kind of felt like talking about that. I don't know, I just haven't really done a review video in a really long time. And I figured I'd kind of, you know, sort of just tell people how great these bushings are and how much they've actually helped me out with skating. And if you guys really do want to save some money and make your trucks last longer, definitely go buy them. They last way longer than stock bushings, but I mean, if you're someone who does like stock bushings, then by all means just skate it. But for me personally, I like to have my stuff last longer, and of course I like to, you know, I like it when my board actually feels great, so I'd rather have like the best equipment on there as much as possible. But yeah, these bushings have never ever done me wrong. And like, oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention, so usually when you buy new trucks, there's always that one washer at the very bottom of the stock bushing. When you buy Bones bushings, you don't need that bottom washer at all. You can just leave it just the bushing itself. But you do need a bushing for the top washer though. I do recommend doing that. That way they last a little bit longer. But that's really all I have to say about those Bones bushings. And now I'm gonna go skate with my buddies and hopefully film a couple clips. Most likely I'm just gonna be filming my friends because they've gotten way better than I have these past like couple months now. So probably get more footage of them. But other than that, let's go skate because I need to. It's Saturday and I've been inside all week and I want to go outside, even though I am outside right now. But let's just get to the skate park. The right to snap it.
I know, but I need it for the hype. We're making a hype edit, you know? You see it?
I'm filming it right now. See that? Look at that.
Snap it. Holy shit, bro.
You can see the truck's like bending.
Hold on, let me try something. I'm not gonna snap it. I'm not gonna snap it.
Wait, can I step on it?
No, I just want to step on it.
I swear, if you snap it,
I'm not. Oh my god.
Wait, can I step on it, Brady? Here, wait, let me step on it.
So
Wait, let me step on it. Oh, whoa, that's weird. You can feel it like, oh, that doesn't feel right.
Yo, come on. You got that?
those are basically all the clips that I was able to get at the skate park, but that's really all I have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was pretty mellow for the most part today, except I didn't get this on film unfortunately, but like not even 20 minutes into the session I actually slammed really hard. If you guys remember that clip where I ollied the pyramid, I did that about like I guess 15 minutes into the session before I started filming, and when I ollied the pyramid, once I rolled on flat, I kind of like skid a little bit and then like wheel bite and then flew forward, landed on my back and hit my head pretty hard. I wish I filmed it, that way you guys knew what it looked like, but only my friend Brady saw it, so unfortunately I didn't film it. But I mean, that's really all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to see more from me, you can always hit the subscribe button. If you guys enjoy this video, you can hit the like button as well. And you can turn on the post notification thing, that little bell, whatever it is, if you guys want to be notified every time I upload a new video. But yeah, that's really all I have to say. If you guys want to check out Forward 19, which is kind of like our little skate crew, just basically just a group of friends that we just love skating together, and we always see each other too every time we go to the park. So that's our sort of like our team. If you guys want to go check that out, I'll leave the Instagram in the description below. You guys can go follow that. We're still trying to work on getting as much clips as we can possible, but yeah, that's really all I have to say. Yeah, I had a very great day today. I hope you guys did too. But yeah, I'm gonna stop talking now, and thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.